Now, the Pope is the first American Pope. Whoa.
I don't know how many people find it interesting, but when he was in first grade, a woman across the street that we used to play with the kids and a woman down the street said he would be the...
Whoa.
He knew at that age he was going to be a priest.
Whoa.
I mean, that's crazy.
That's spooky.
Ruslan.
All right, it's official. There has been a new Pope crowned in Vatican City. It's not my guy, not the guy I was pulling for.
Yeah, that was a pump fake with that guy walking out.
But yeah, kind of. But they got a new Pope. There he is. Now, the Pope is the first American Pope. Whoa. First American Pope. It seems like it's customary for him to speak in Italian.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
it's in Italy. Is it?
Yeah,
in,
Rome, yes. Vatican City is in Italy. It's in Rome.
But I mean, so he's just talking to the people.
He's going to be talking to the people.
Isn't it crazy? He'll go from like a English speaking dude to like a primarily you got to be holding it down in Italian all the time because you just relocate.
I think if you're already in Vatican City, you should probably know Italian.
Do you think he was already living in Vatican City for a bit?
I would guess.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I would guess. I'm not sure, but I would think he was pretty far.
You work your way up a bit.
I would think you were working your way up, and you were kind of deep in this world.
Cardinal Robert Prevost, and his Pope name is Pope Leo the 14th.
So they officially changed their names.
Come on,
I like it. I'm telling you, you could hate all you want on Catholicism. Vatican City's dope.
Gorgeous. Look at that.
It's incredible.
We should go.
I've been. We should go.
It's way less scary than Israel. I've been talking about Israel when we go.
I think if we go to Vatican City, we gotta go to Israel.
You're right, because we're already on the.
We're already on there. Like, come on, dude. It's already a 10-hour flight.
It
is beautiful.
That balcony thing goes crazy.
The whole thing is crazy. Like, just walking in there is nuts.
Can the Pope ever just sit out there on a regular day?
I don't think he'd just be out there. There's a lot of security around the Pope. No, not the Black Pope, unfortunately.
Did it ever have a Black Pope? There was a Black Pope at 400 ADs.
Yeah, 1600 years ago, there was a Black Pope.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Catholics.
African Pope.
That's a massive crowd. So,
so this is the guy that we said he had a kind face.
He had a kind face.
And we said a Pope needs to have a kind face.
So I don't want to speak out of turn for the Catholics. Some of the Catholics were saying he was supportive of the previous Pope. So the Catholics who are hoping for a more conservative Pope are a bit, they're not sure if that's what they're going to get with this guy because he was so supportive of the previous Pope. And the concern with the previous Pope is that he did the whole like blessing for same-sex couples. And some people said they felt he was a little too liberal. So people are saying he's very liberal.
Okay, but what about the Catholics that you see saying don't make this a right versus left thing?
I honestly haven't seen any of that.
I see it all the time. Every time I log onto your Twitter.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I don't pay attention.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that like, I urge you not to make this a right versus left thing.
So people are saying this is likely Francis 2.0. It's like likely Francis 2.0.
So he's just soft and gentle. Tim Walsey.
He's a bit more left-leaning in some of his stuff. Here's the thing. This is the fascinating thing about the Pope is you got to get in line.
You do got to get in line.
You could have your opinions on him.
There's no not my president with the
There's
Pope.
no not my president with the Pope. You got to get in line, which is interesting. Shout out to Catholic News Service. This says, meet the new head of the Vatican.
Dicastery?
Yeah, so this dude's he's been around for a minute. Yeah, so he's probably
like
in the Vatican
bishops,
for a while. So I would guess, again, Catholics, help me out. I would guess his Italian's probably fire. His Italian's probably great.
That's true.
It's one of the reasons that the Confessions continues to be one of the widely read books in the history of the world is precisely because of Augustine's insight into human experience. And he does a magnificent job of communicating his own experience.
Listen, we can say what we want. He has a great temperament.
He's great temperament.
Great temperament, soft face, younger looking guy. That means he's gonna be a pope for a while. It's not gonna be one. Yeah, it's not gonna be one of these quick things. Exactly. He's gonna be around for 20 years.
Yep.
As the pope.
There you go.
People are saying he's from. I think he's from Chicago, Midwest Pope, American, but also has roots.
Pope from Chirac.
Pope from Chirac. Yeah. Wow.
There's gotta be some memes on that, bro. There's gotta be some good memes. I hope y'all take care of that, please.
From Chicago, first American Pope.
Experience and what he lived and how that experience can indeed.
He served mainly in South America, Peru specifically.
That explains the tan.
originally from Chicago and has been in the Vatican. How old is this video?
This video is 2 years old.
2 years old. So he's been around for a while.
And how that experience can indeed be a window, if you will, an opening to discovering a personal experience of God in human life. Augustine in Confessions talks about friendship, talks about family, talks about the importance of his mother, talks about his father, talks about human ambition, talks about so many different aspects of human life.
It's funny he says that. Sounds a lot like my brand new book that's coming out September 9th called Godly Ambition. He said human ambition.
Come on, look at the
Godly Ambition. You guys should check this out, man. It's an amazing book about an amazing topic.
Yep.
The Pope stamps it.
The Pope stamps it pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yep. And he's American.
And he's American.
And we're American.
And we're American.
This is written by an American.
Written by an American.
So there's a lot of crossover here.
Go to Godly Ambition, mygodlyambition.com. You go to Amazon. You pre-order it. It's only $23. It doesn't come out until September, but it helps us get this on the New York Times bestseller. We got some incredible people behind this. We have my man Jonathan Pokluda with the forward. We got my guy
Jonathan who?
Jonathan Pokluda, JP.
Oh, JP. Jonathan JP Pokluda.
Jonathan JP Pokluda. We have my guy John Acuff, did a stellar endorsement of it. Okay, if you guys don't know John Acuff, he says, Godly Ambition is a roadmap for anyone trying to navigate the tension between calling and career, hustle and holiness. Ruslan doesn't just inspire, he equips you with practical steps and biblical wisdom to pursue big goals without losing your soul. If you've ever wrestled with starting, quitting, or wondering what's next, this book will meet you right where you are.
Wow.
It's available pre-order right now. Link's pinned up. All right, let's go back to the new Pope. New Pope. I wish you get it. Him holding a Godly Ambition book.
That'd be great.
In the highly individualistic society that people are growing up in, people think that my experience is the criteria. Am I happy or I'm not happy? What that might really be is, do I feel pleasure or don't I feel pleasure? Or do I feel selfish? And if I feel okay, then that's all that matters. Certainly Augustine's experience says that, well, that isn't enough, and maybe what you're calling happiness isn't authentic happiness, because you're going to lose that too. And most things that people seem to...
I'm not going to lie. He's kind of cooking right now.
He's kind of cooking.
He's kind of cooking right now.
I have a hot take.
What's your hot take?
If Pope Francis, who was a sweet guy, is left-leaning, and this guy is a Pope Francis 2.0, and he loved Pope Francis, and he's left-leaning, and these cardinals have been praying for wisdom in choosing a pope, not from a political bias, but just from, is it possible, and I'm going to hate myself for saying this, that there is a center-leftness that is more Christ-like than center-right?
Is it possible?
Is it possible?
Well, again, you have to define what you mean by center. You got to define what you mean by left. You got to define what you mean by right.
Just kidding. Not taxes, but a softer on the social aspects of life.
Okay.
The gays.
Oh, those.
The blacks.
I totally wasn't thinking about that at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
What else is he left on?
I don't think it's those two things. I think it's like caring for the poor and like demanding.
That's left?
Yeah, like U.S. aid, like, hey, we should put more funds. The theory behind this is that because he's an American, Trump just chopped down a bunch of U.S. aid. I think the Catholic Church gets some degree of U.S. aid for some of their charity and their missions work. And so if you get this guy behind it, you could then potentially bring back some of the fund. This is like the talk on Twitter. And so if you get an American, you can then get some of that U.S. aid money flowing back into some of these charities that they do. And if that goes back in, then they'll be able to continue doing things that is charity, but isn't necessarily privately funded or funded by giving of the church.
That's crazy conspiracy. I was just thinking that he's just a nicer guy. And sometimes, and he's just more maybe sweeter to the underprivileged.
Someone said that there's an interview with the Pope's brother. He said when they were kids, elderly female told Pope Leo he would be the first American
Stop it.
Pope. That's kind of fire. If you could dig that up, that'd be fire.
To be honest, there hasn't been a chance to think about it because it's been constant phone calls, emails, messages, interviews. So
Hey,
I don't think it's really...
These guys are American as American pie, bro.
What do you mean?
Just straight Midwest family.
Oh, yeah.
Suburban. Wow. That is so interesting.
We said, I said, his face was very Tim Walsey. And he's like from the same region, same lifestyle, minus the brain rot.
Go ahead.
Sunk in is kind of surreal. It's great.
Now the question is John Provost, his brother, the Pope's brother, is he Catholic?
I would hope so.
You think so?
I would think so.
What is
that
my brother
like?
becomes a pope, I'm schisming.
Go ahead.
Pride. This is an awesome thing in the sense that the first, not only Pope, but first American Pope from Chicago, and a relative.
So when you found out, obviously you have pride, that's your brother. Did you expect this?
To tell you the truth, no, because I kept hearing there will never be an American Pope just because the politics in the United States has too much world power now. They don't need also into the church. So I did not.
Yeah, he's talking like a Catholic.
Yeah.
He's talking like a Catholic. I would assume he's a Catholic.
He's been around for a minute.
Go ahead.
But when I heard he was in a group of 3, then I thought, well, this could happen.
When did you hear that part, and when did you know that he was maybe one of the finalists?
Maybe like a day or 2 after the Pope died, and they were talking about who are the runner-ups and who's in line next to be Pope. And I think I might have heard something about that at that point. Then I spoke to him Tuesday before he went into the conclave, and he just kept saying, no, that's not true, that's not true. So he's pushing it away, hoping that it would go away. It didn't go away.
Oh, that's very interesting.
You know what they say?
That he didn't want to be the Pope.
You know what they say?
What do they say?
You want a leader that doesn't want to be a leader.
That's it.
When you actually heard that it was your brother who was selected, where were you? Were you watching television? Were you on the phone?
I was watching TV because I was reading a book. I got a text that said there's white smoke. So I went down and turned the TV on. No one knew at that point who the Pope was, but there was white smoke, so we knew.
Someone in the chat said that most popes in history have cried after being appointed. They have a designated room of tears.
For the Pope?
Yeah.
That's
sounds
sick.
like it. Sounds like a lot of weight, man.
Oh, I would hate that.
Sounds like a lot of weight.
That sounds, I was just thinking about as he's walking out, I was like, there's no way you're happy. Right? Because you're like, great. Now I got to kiss babies with malaria.
Yeah. Someone said, would I interview the new Pope?
100%.
Hello.
I would wear.
Hey, tap in, Pope Leo.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I would wear, what do we call them? What are they called?
I don't know what it's
I would
called.
wear, I don't know.
That's kind of expensive.
I would wear whatever they want me to wear.
You arguably know him better than most people. What kind of person is he?
A regular run-of-the-mill person. I think because he was trained in missionary work in South America for so many years, he will be looking out for the disenfranchised. He will be looking out for the poor. He will be looking out for those that don't have a voice. So I think he will follow in St. Francis. Pope Francis.
I was going to say, how is he different from Pope?
He's just St. Francis to him. But Pope Francis did South American, was from South America too. So
yeah,
very
sure
similar
from
region.
Yeah.
Pope Francis.
Hey, South America, kind of a Pope producer.
Or will he be different?
I don't.
Okay, sorry. I don't mean to keep talking every 2 seconds. But is assignments as in the Catholic Church similar to like colleges for football players?
Assignments?
Yeah, like you get assigned to South America and you're like, oh yeah.
I don't know.
You put the hat on, South America, fast track to the NFL, baby.
It sounds like South America has a good amount of issues, and that's why there's a leaning towards socialism, and that's why a lot of these guys kind of tend to be a bit more left-leaning. That's what I've heard. I don't want to, again, I'm not trying to speak out of turn. I'm sure Catholics will correct me, but I've heard that like, oh, he's coming from South America, so we understand why he's socialist, and it sounds like there's a lot of issues there.
But it sounds like if you go to South America, you're kind of on the fast track to become the Pope.
That's another way to look at it.
I don't know that you'll see a big difference. He met Pope Francis before he was Pope when he was in Argentina, and my brother was in Peru. So that's how the connection began. I think they kind of believed in the same issues. So I don't know that there'll be much difference. He might prove me wrong, but I don't see there'll be much of a tradition breaking the tradition of Pope Francis.
You attending and being part of the church community that includes the south side of Chicago. How did that impact you guys?
And he said, I mean, that's the south side of Chicago. That's usually what they're referencing when they say Chirac. Shout out to Apologia Center. He said Charlie Kirk looked him up before he moved to Peru. He was a registered Republican.
That's such a Charlie Kirk move.
It is such a Charlie Kirk move.
Around a whole lot because after 8th grade graduation, he went immediately to the seminary. So he was in Holland, Michigan at the Augustinian Seminary for 4 years. And then he went into Villanova University, which is an Augustinian university. So he wasn't home a lot. Summer vacations, he was home. Growing up as kids, I think we were just regular kids and didn't really think about that kind of stuff. The interesting thing, I don't know how many people find it interesting, but when he was in 1st grade, a woman across the street that we used to play with the kids, And a woman down the street said he would be the first American pope. In first grade, they said that.
First grade.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
A
That's-
random
he
woman
knew-
told him he would be the Pope?
Well, they were neighbors, we knew them, but yes.
Whoa.
He knew at that age he was going to be a priest.
Whoa.
I mean, that's crazy.
That's spooky.
Because that's already something
Wow.
that is a stretch to say. And then to say it to the one kid that becomes the actual Pope.
Where's that lady at?
Yeah, we need
Track
to,
her down.
Yeah, we need to get her on the podcast.
Whoa. Man, you just never know what he could just be speaking some pretty prophetic stuff and not even know it.
Hello.
Right? What are the odds? What are the odds to say something like that about him? So anyway, God bless the Pope, man. God bless all the Catholics. Listen, I know people love to dunk on Catholics. I don't think we want a liberal Pope. I think we want something that's more
We wanted Jesus
aligned with Scripture and God have mercy on all of Christianity, but specifically the Catholics who are now, I assume, a celebratory, and I think that's a massive that's a feat. Seems like a good guy. And I would, yeah, for the record, I would love to sit down with the Pope. I would totally sit down with the Pope. I don't think he's coming here.
I'll sit down with the Pope's brother.
I wonder if
I wonder if the Vatican.
I start thinking of like random friends who we have that are Catholic, and
Yeah. Could they?
I wonder if Matt Frack can help get us.
He's definitely never met. He did a live stream when the smoke hit.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
So they had like 2,000 people live.
Come on.
He brought some other gentleman on that
Yeah.
Catholic, and they were just chatting away for about 45
Yeah,
minutes
that's
to an hour
crazy.
until they found out who it was.
Wow.
But he never met him, and then the other guy never met him either. So.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please be sure to comment below and subscribe and all that good stuff. And check out this other video that YouTube seems to be recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right? I'll see you over there. Peace.